Hi everyone, it's Dragana from Saacibo. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. For today, I've prepared a flip-through video of my latest winter-inspired journal. Hope you enjoy it. I've started working on the cover a year ago and I've completed the insides only recently. Called it Winter Magic. It has 3 signatures and one of those fabric box frame covers. We've covered that in one of the recent videos. I will link it down below in case you haven't seen it. The closure is a ribbon. I've attached a little charm here with a bow, and that image is from a scrapbooking kit that I bought. And over here I put 2 of my paper beads with eyelets. I think they fit nicely. On the front cover we have an image from my Winter Wonderland collection kit, and I've applied crackle varnish on top. I like how it made it look vintage. On this side we have that fabric and some lace. And I've tried something different here on the spine. It is a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, but I've been crossing the threads over. Perhaps I can do that in one of the future videos, in case you're interested. The size of the journal is A5, which is half of the A4. On the inside of the cover, I've decided to put a printable of my marbled papers. I think the colors work really well, which is that kind of darker purple color. We have a little bit of blue and some white, which is evoking the winter feel. So I think that was the perfect fit for this journal. And then over here we have one of those signature covers. We've done that in another video earlier this year. We've created these signature covers from smaller scrapbooking papers, 6x6, 8x8 and similar. There's a tuck spot in here. Okay, it says winter. Just a bit of stencil work. And then the first page is actually a pocket page. These are deep pockets. Great to put ephemera inside. And I've decided to include this postcard. Christmas postcard from 2 years ago. Created this one with a masterboard. I made 12 by 12 masterboard. I cut it up into 6 cards and turned them into postcards with a stamp. I had some real stamps, postage stamps, and just a little decoration on top. There is a video on this. I have a playlist which is called Happy Holidays, and that video is going to be inside of that playlist. I will link it down below. There are a few really fun and interesting tutorials on how to create ephemera for your winter and Christmas journals. It's one of the easy peasy flowers. I love this paper. I've designed it with a drawing, mandala drawing that I've done a while ago. It turned out really good. It's part of one of my digitals, but honestly I cannot tell which one now. It's probably Ancient Wisdom or maybe even Mystic Travels. That is blueberry dyed paper. It turned a little bit grey. It's not purpley blue. It's more like greyish green blue. But nonetheless, I love it. And that paper there was dyed with autumn leaves. Just done a bit of stenciling here and there. And we've done this in a recent video when we created dye with avocado and grapevine. And then I painted these leaves in that video. I've done that as well. It's not available as a digital yet. Perhaps sometime in the future I will complete it. It's sort of halfway through. But I scanned it and printed just to use in this journal, and I love how it turned out. There's a bit of lace there. I've attached it with a sewing machine. And that's a scrapbooking paper with some animals in the winter. And that is avocado dyed paper. Love this image. That's an eco print. I think this image is available for free on my website. It's one of the freebies from last year. You're welcome to grab it if you haven't already. I love this print of, I believe this was from a cherry tree. It's part of the botanical collection now. Cute owls. Apparently, once they become a couple, their relationship is forever. So cute. This was a freebie, I think, from last year. A great page to actually do some art journaling. I love to use center pages for that purpose. That little tag I've glued at the top, so it is now like a tuck spot. Really cute. Another echo print of oak leaves. I really like how this one turned out. And it's a bit of stencil work there with some red ink, stamped image, and the ruffle here. Just with small pieces of fabric. I love making ruffles. Some lace there. I realized I have quite a few paper dyeing tutorials, and instead of listing every single one of them in the description, I've decided to create a playlist, and it's called Paper Dyeing Tutorials. We come to the end of the signature one, and over here I have one of those slow stitch fabric embellishments or little collages. I've done this in a video 2 years ago, and I haven't made many since. This is probably the last one from that batch, so I'm hoping to do more of them in a video with you guys. Perhaps we'll do something else in the middle instead of stamped mushrooms and leaves like last time. But that's a lot of fun, and you get to use your fabric scraps. Okay, I will link that video as well. And here we have one of the snow globes from 2 years ago with a bit of glitter, and there's a deer here. Love that. And I've turned a lot of these into Christmas and New Year cards. I've glued it here, just on the bottom, on a piece of card that I scored, and you're meant to just close it and have it like that on the desk. I have one that's already been put together. So yeah, if you haven't seen that tutorial from 2 years ago, you're welcome to check it out. It's going to be in that playlist, Happy Holidays. Look, it fits nicely in an envelope, and you can even write the message on the back. Love that bird there. That's from a craft pad I bought in Croatia during my holidays this summer. That's from that kit as well. I've added a bit of dyed gauze and some lace leaves. And I love that that is empty there, so it can be written on that page too. That's from the Winter Wonderland collection. Another autumn leaves dyed paper. That is from the Secret Forest Digital, I think. Remember the handmade paper with napkins and scissors with help of starch? I had one of these left, and I just stamped the image of the leaf. I really love these papers, love how they turned out. So after almost a year, they're still fine. Love it. And that's from the Artsy Nature collection, I think. Printable. I love creating backgrounds like these. And look at the little snowman, so cute. That paper looks really nice, like vintage looking wallpaper. That's from the Dream Diary collection, and that is a freebie. That image is a freebie on my website. Love that little bunny there. Okay, I don't know if you've seen the video of me creating these pocket pages with recycled envelopes. I will link that video down below. That was a lot of fun. I think I should do more of them. This is probably one of the few last ones left. Look at that, a small little scrap of paper with just a little bow. Made it look like a little present. And that's my certificate of authenticity with my wax seal. That paper was dyed with coffee, I believe, but I've added a bit of dried Inca gold, and it turned that kind of color with the gold sheen. Love it. And I have to say, out of all the dyes that I've tried, getting it to be this nice green was the hardest, and I've achieved this only this year. It seems like it's stable, and I've used grapevine and some grapes, and I think I've added just a touch of copper mordant, and I loved how it turned out. So I hope it's going to be stable, and I hope it's going to stay green. There's a bit of stencil work here with some green and red. It ties in well with that page. And that one is, again, I can't remember if it was from the Magical Autumn or Fall Autumn Specimens. One or the other. Sorry. That's that page. I didn't cut it. I decided to leave it like that. And I found this in an old planner from 96. And I realized that the year 97, the calendar is going to be the same as the year 2025, which means that that one was the same as 2024. That was amazing. So I thought I'll just include it here. There's that envelope, pocket page, pocket here, and a little tuck spot there. It says, just keep dreaming. I love that decoration there. I love writing on this paper. It has a really nice quality that's perfect for writing with a pencil or even drawing. Okay, and that's the end of the second signature. Love that image there. I've attached some fabric on the back and then just glued it. That is from the Mystic Travels collection. I love creating backgrounds like these with acrylic colors and then scanning them. Okay, we have a deep pocket in here. Love how that lace looks. This is the scrapbooking paper from that shop. I've done a video on that craft haul in Croatia or something. I can't remember what I named it, but I will put the link down below. You can see what I got there. I really loved it. I wish I can go again and see what they have now. I love that page. That's from the Dream Diary collection. I have so many of these papers printed out, and sometimes I forget about them. And the other day I was just going through all of them just to see what I can use in this journal that's going to look good. And I found that one, and it's a really good fit. That's from that craft pad I bought. That image fits perfectly there into that round space. But these can also be cut, or pictures can be glued or made into little collages. Love that. And that was printed on regular copy paper. It's a scanned image of a painting that was inspired by a dream I had at the time, and I printed it on inkjet printer, and then I used wax from candles, and I used hot iron, and I turned it into a wax paper. And sometimes people say, but what do you do with waxed paper? Can you write on it? Yes, you can write on it. You can stencil on it. It is a little bit translucent, and that's what makes it really nice and different and unique. So you can definitely wax papers that you've already printed. And it works really well. You know, sometimes when you print digitals and you don't want to print on the other side, if you wax them, then you don't have to, because like in this case, it becomes see-through, so you can see it's not white anymore. It's more like a lighter version of this. Love that lace. This was a gift from Linda. Thank you so much, Linda, if you're watching. I really love this lace you sent me. Fits perfectly in this journal. Love this. Love this image. It's from the Winter Wonderland collection. I used my own mandala drawing here too to create this background. I love those trees. Now when I look at this, I feel like going over with Posca pens and adding little decorations, or even some sparkle, one of those little sparkly bits that you can glue on top. Wouldn't that be fun? And that's that napkin paper, textured napkin paper. We've done that in the video as well. And this side where the deli paper is perfect for writing and drawing, and that's just nice. And it can be stenciled over, perhaps, rather than writing, because of all the texture would be hard to write, but stenciling or painting over it, it would be fine. Another blueberry dyed paper. I love this stencil. Okay, and I had to use one of the plaid papers that I've done recently, so I made this little, like almost like an envelope or a folio in the middle. There's a belly band here, place to write, and that's from a craft pad. It's perfect for a little card to write things on. Another easy peasy flowers and a bit of ruffle, some deli paper there. Love the colors on this one, purples and blues with a bit of white, really wintry feel. Okay. And that's from a freebie. One of the whimsical Christmas tree from 2 years ago. That video tutorial is part of that Happy Holidays playlist, and that project was so much fun. It was about creating masterboards with the strips of paper, and then you add a bit of stitching and cut them up in the shape of a Christmas tree, decorate a bit more. It's a really fun project to do with kids and grandkids, and then you can add them to your Christmas cards perhaps. I've sent them all away, but I kept this one. I turned that into a little specimen, and that was done with washi tape. So it was a masterboard but with washi tape, and this one was done with strips of scrapbooking paper, and that was done with different washi tapes. Also turned into a Christmas tree, and then laminated, and then turned into this cute card. I kept one just, to remind myself that I can do it. And while we're at the subject of Christmas tree, I wanted to show you this little thing. Remember in the previous video, I've shown you how to create Christmas ornaments with yo-yo flowers, and then I said I wanted to try making it look like a tree, and I did. Love how it turned out. I've posted pictures on my Instagram and in our Facebook group, but I thought I should show you in the video too. I love this idea, and I was thinking I could even make them bigger and have them freestanding, not just as ornaments. There are 10 yo-yo flowers, and I start with a large one and then just make them smaller, smaller, smaller until it gets really small that I can't make it any smaller. So I really like how these turned out. More of that lovely lace. That's a nice area to write on. It has a light background, so you can still write with pencil or with a pen, but it's not white. Okay, love that image there. And a double ruffle. Can't resist adding ruffles. There's a belly band in here, and then this page was folded like this, and I've attached this ribbon here and here and turned that paper into a pocket, if you can see. And that was just a 6x6 paper that I folded. So I have like a tuck spot here and then a pocket there. And this is one of the envelopes from the freebie from last year. Just a message I wrote for the recipient of this journal. And that is the end. I have this little dangle with a deer that I wanted to attach here, but because this journal is already sold and it's going to the US to one of my lovely followers, Janet. Thank you so much, Janet. I hope you enjoy it. And I've decided to keep that packed like that because I feel like it's going to get damaged or entangled during shipping, so it comes separate, but there is an eyelet here so that this little dangle can be attached here. I'm gonna send it like this. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it inspired you and gave you lots of ideas. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you soon in my next video. Bye for now.